there! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a lot of noise. I'm going to be sharing with you my 10 most repurchased makeup products, and they happen to all be drugstore. I didn't plan it out that way, but I just don't repurchase a lot of high-end makeup. And yeah, I believe I have like a little bit of everything. You can do, you could totally do a full face of makeup with what I've gotten here. So I'm going to get started and I'm going to list the products in order of how you would apply them. We're going to start with primer. This is, I need to stop saying This is probably one of the cheapest items on here. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. It comes in this cute little pink tube. It smells like tea tree and peppermint, and this just works absolutely great for me. I use it in my T-zone, especially pressing it into my large pores around my nose area. Breathe, Katie. And it does a great job at just blurring out my pores, keeping me nice and matte, and the tea tree that's in there is fantastic for helping control whatever acne is on my face. It never breaks me out. I absolutely love this primer, and this is the third or the fourth of these that I've gone through, and I will continue to repurchase this forever and ever and ever. Next up, I have a foundation. This is the very dirty and well-loved CoverGirl Outlast 3-in-1 foundation in the shade Ivory. It's the lightest shade. If I'm showing anything, it's basically in the lightest shade. And this is probably, like, I've been buying this consistently since this came out. This has to be like my 5th or 6th bottle of this foundation. I am so obsessed with this foundation. It is great for covering my acne. It's fantastic for my super oily skin. It does not move around on me. If it didn't have SPF in it, I definitely would have worn this foundation on my wedding day. It is my favorite foundation of life. It doesn't break me out. It looks beautiful on the skin. It's what I'm wearing right now. It's what I've been wearing pretty much every single day since I was 18. And I believe that's when it came out, is when I was 18. I don't know, but I've been wearing this consistently since it came out, and I will repurchase this and repurchase this for freaking ever because it's just awesome. It comes with a pump. Mine is just absolutely filthy. It comes in a pump, so it's super hygienic. I end up being able to use almost all of the product. Hardly any of it gets wasted because of that pump, and I am just obsessed with this foundation. Next up is concealer. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles in the shade Fair. And this concealer, I actually don't always use it under my eyes. I use it obviously to conceal my under eye circles, but I also use it as just a regular concealer. For me, it works fantastic covering acne spots, or if there's any areas on my face where my foundation tends to break up. If I put this in place of that, like on my chin and on my nose area, it will just stay put all day. I really love this as an all-around concealer. I don't see it as just a regular under-eye concealer because it's, for me, because I'm so pale, it's not super brightening. It's pretty much the exact same color as my foundation, and it has great coverage. It doesn't have any shimmer or sparkle that makes it like a brightening treatment. So if you want to use this on acne or dark marks on your face, I say go for it. I don't like the dark mark version of this concealer. It's thicker, it's a lot darker, so I can't even use it on my spots, and the sponge is a lot harder, so it hurts if you have any active acne, and if you have cystic acne, you know how painful those pimples can be. The dark mark version of this just presses on there and it hurts so freaking bad, but I've never had any issues with this one, and this is probably my 4th or 5th one of these. So yeah, amazing concealer. Next up, some powders. For a loose powder, I want to try to get some of this back in there. This is the Coty Airspun powder, and this one is in translucent extra coverage. I also use Naturally Neutral a lot. It's a loose powder, and it is a very messy powder, but it looks so beautiful on the skin. I absolutely love it. I'll use it to bake my under eye with the extra coverage. I will set my entire face with it with like a buffing brush if I do need some extra coverage on my face. I have gone through a bunch of containers of those. And the one thing I will warn you about, if you're sensitive to smell, it does have an old lady smell. There's no better way to put it. It has a very perfumey smell when you open it and when you apply it, but it does go away. It doesn't linger throughout the day. So if you can get over that like initial shock of the smell, it will provide absolutely beautiful results on your skin, and I'm obsessed with it. It has never broken me out. It looks gorgeous. As well as setting that Instant Age Rewind concealer, it just makes it look beautiful, and I'm obsessed. Another powder that I've purchased quite a few times is the Rimmel Stay Matte. This is in the shade Natural. And I like to set my face with this. I won't set my under eye with this because it just like makes me look like a dinosaur with like crusts under my eyes and stuff. But it is great for oily skin to set your makeup and also just to keep in your bag throughout the day. And it doesn't provide any extra coverage, but it's not like a translucent powder either. It provides a little bit of color, and I really, really enjoy this powder. Not a whole lot more to say about that. The next powder that I have is a little different. This is the CoverGirl CG Smoothers powder in Translucent Honey. And it looks like this. It's technically a translucent powder, and I think this would be like a great translucent powder. I used it on one of my girlfriends, Claire, for my wedding, who she has deeper skin tone, but she has gorgeous skin. We just needed to mattify her skin a little bit, but we still wanted it to have a nice healthy glow. I used this to set her foundation, and it looked beautiful on her skin, but I happened to have it because I actually use this as a daily bronzer. I am so pale, and the fact that this is a translucent powder and it has just like a small amount of color, I like that I can build up the color because bronzers can tend to look very harsh on super pale skin. And it's not entirely matte. Like I said, when I used it on my girlfriend, she had a gorgeous healthy glow to the skin. If you are super pale and you just want to add a little bit of healthy color to your skin, I highly recommend using this product as a bronzer. Coming down to blush, this is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush in Baby Blossom. It's just a nice light pale pink, and I absolutely love this blush. Obviously, I love all of these products because I buy them over and over again. But I like that it's a buildable blush. The same thing with that bronzer. Because I'm so pale, blushes can make me instantly look like a clown. Like, what is the shade from NYX? NYX Pinched. I heard people rave about that blush. I bought it. I looked like Bozo the Clown. I did a very light sweeping on a super light fluffy brush. I even like knocked a little on the back of my hand, and it still was like way too intense. But this blush, I can build it up without it looking super weird and like cakey and awkward, and it blends out gorgeously. I like that they have different blushes for different tones of skin. So I have the cool toned, and I have very cool toned pink undertoned pale skin, and this is just absolutely perfect for me, and I love it. I have a feeling for others it wouldn't exactly show up, but if you have super pale skin like myself, highly, highly, highly recommend that. All right, let's do some brows. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Blonde, and it has a spoolie on one end, and then the product itself is a very, very, very fine little piece of product that has one of my brow hairs in it. And this is a shade Blonde. If you have reddish hair and you want your brows to match, this is a very, very red toned blonde, but it's still pretty light. So yeah, I believe they have an ash color if you have blonde hair, but you don't want the super orange undertones. But for me, it's perfect. This is the third one of these that I believe that I've purchased. Oh, and for these two, this is number 2 for both of these. Next up, I have the CoverGirl Clump Crusher Water Resistant Mascara. I have bought this. Right now I have it in Very Black. I've had it in Black Brown, and I have bought this about 4 or 5 times. I have very, very oily skin, so a lot of regular mascaras and even most waterproof mascaras will like transfer and look weird. I have no issues with this ever transferring. My lashes are naturally pretty curled, and it tends to hold on to that curl for me, so I don't have to curl my lashes again. It is a fantastic mascara. It has kind of a curved, rubbery wand with a bunch of really, really teeny tiny smushed together bristles that really keeps my lashes from clumping. I get a lot of nice definition. They look nice and voluminous. It doesn't add much length, but that's okay for me because I don't have much of an issue with the length of my lashes. And yeah, I absolutely love this. I'm sure I've said, oh, I absolutely love this. I'm so obsessed with this for everything. I must be obnoxious. And if you do find me obnoxious, I have good news. We're on the last product. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in Rose and Shine number 619, and this is what the color looks like. I'm clearly on my last legs for this one. This is the third tube of this that I've bought. Another thing that I wore on my wedding day. I'm wearing it now. It's my perfect everyday pink. I am just so in love with this lipstick. I got my mom turned on to this lipstick. It is absolutely beautiful. It's from their Pearl collection, but it's not like so shimmery shiny that it looks like a frosted one. It's just a really nice natural pink color, and like I said, I wear it almost every single day if I can find it. I tend to leave it in different purses or leave it in my makeup bag. But yeah, that is it for this video. Those are my 10 favorite most repurchased products. If any of these are your favorite products, let me know in the comments down below, or let me know what your favorite products are so I can check those out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.